Mr. Secretary General, thank you very much for joining us. We are pleased to have you in our studio.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, OTS is a powerful organization in which Kazakhstan also takes part. There was recently an informal summit held in Budapest. Could you highlight some outlines from there?
Yes, is first time is informal summit we held in Budapest. We call now this not only informal but historical also, because it's first time is we held a summit in our observer state, and the second is this in Central Europe. Is usually is in our formal informals is actually is in from the member state is before providing. So this why is in the not only for how say to physically it was a summit held in Budapest, but also theme of summit is like meeting point between East and the West. Is also how is this theme of summit is giving and showing how is this important, and because really is our Silk Road is true is going to Budapest too, and actually our organization is based in for history and the cultural language and if necessary.
Yeah, this is the forces of this organization. Yes. Yeah, and how would you evaluate as Secretary General the position of Hungary to hold and held this summit? Because this is the country that is also the part of European Union, but it seems that it's also want to be more engaged with the Turkic world. How would you
Yes, but first of all is Hungary's background also. They are some connection with our history, with our nations. This is first of all. Secondary, in the is Hungary, as I earlier mentioned, is our observer state, and not only observer is very active participants in our including some events. Just the example is during 1 month in April. In Budapest, we held 3 big events. For example, also informal meeting was our head of customs come together. They talk about our custom issue, and the first Hungarian and the Turkic cultural summit held also in Budapest in April, and also in the other events. And Hungary also last year joined to our Turkic Investment Fund. Is actually our member state create Turkic Investment Fund, as you know, 2 years ago in Samarkand summit. It was totally 500 capitals was US dollars, 500 million. It's nice. Hungary also becoming full member for this investment, our Turkic Investment Fund, which is provide 100 million US dollars.
As you mentioned, the members of the Organization of Turkic States have strong ties in culture and languages as its base, in history as well. What about positions in political regards? How aligned are positions of all member states inside of it?
Yeah, main goal is our organization. It was to keep position, including in many of international in our initiative, and our background, as earlier mentioned, is historically we was together, now was together, and the hopeful but together is only, as you know, if you look back history, just more than 70 years was how say we call. We was divorced each other, but I mean about Central Asian countries and Turkey. Nice, everyone is together, and our is very actively each other cooperated. In the more than now is 40 areas who are cooperated each other, starting from foreign policy, sport, youth. culture, trade, agriculture, and including space.
Yeah.
So soon, in the end of this year, it will be we in our agencies for who is busy for space. They now is working for one is our joint satellite. So let's say is, you know, all of our area of cooperation very productively and very fruitful. So our young peoples is also coming together. For example, after 2 weeks in Almaty will be you know, events for focusing for youth, and the Almaty also becoming for youth capital for Turkic world. So
yeah, right.
this kind of this kind of, you know, the many activities. For example, in Turkestan, we just 2 weeks ago we held first meeting of head of Central Election Commission.
It's declared as the capital of Turkic world, no?
Oh yes, but without this kind of announcement, Turkestan is a very historical and ancient city of all Turkic, not only for Kazakhs. So
in terms of economic cooperation, Kazakhstan, when it was chairman of OTS in 2024, its goal was to increase the trade turnover between the Turkic states. What's the aim for this year? Are there any projects between the member states to announce now?
But totally now our member states GDP 2.1 trillion US dollars, and the trade between our in an organization 1.1. But intertrade between our member states 850 billion US dollars. This means about 7%. But if you look back just 5 years ago, it was 3%. Or you look back to 25 years ago, it was 1%. So it's growing. But very promises future in our organization, because our population today is 175 million.
It's grown by year.
Yes, because one is growing nations, and also in our 4.5 million square kilometers our territorially. And if you for 2024 statistic, we are, if you combine our economy, we are in the world in number 12.
But are there any new ideas for new financial mechanism to help speed up, you know, this increase from 7%
yes,
to 10%?
But last year, for example, in Bishkek summit, we say DEPA is about electronic partnership agreement is also will be support for trade between our nations, and also this kind of our transport logistic projects, and as you know, this middle corridor, as mentioned, Trans-Caspian, or this is really Silk Road project. If you look, this is also history come to say so, and also right now is our just I earlier mentioned our central bank chairs come together in Astana just 3 days ago. They held first their meetings, and the Minister of our Economy, it will be soon meeting, will be held meeting in Astana. So this kind of our institutionalization, how say, is in our organization. Now is as 40 areas cooperation, and also we have 6 our affiliated organization, including just 3 years ago created this Turkic Investment Fund. We have another institution, Turkic Chamber of Commerce, Union of Turkic Chamber of Commerce Union. This is also, yes, this is also 3 years ago, and from Kazakhstan, Atamekan is joined. So this is also, it will be helpful and the support too for our, especially small and the medium enterprises. And for another case for science education, Turkic Academy also in office located in Astana. We have Turkic Culture and the Heritage Foundation, which is in Baku. We have Turkic Parliamentary Assembly. We have Turksoy, is also our Minister of Culture's institution. Is all kind of this institutionalization only is will be big, more strong, and our also motto is we are birlikte güçlüyüz. Is mean we are stronger together.
Strong in, yeah. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.